Greetings, everybody. Nickie Brown here. so, I had a dream, right, last night, and in that dream, um, in my last position, um, one of the higher ups, I'm not even going to specify what their position was. One of the higher ups who tried to do me dirty was in my dream. There was more than one. Um, and they were all there. Well, not all there, but there was at least two of them there, plus a couple people that I've known from other places, um, and myself. And sometimes the scenes change or the room changes. But one of the things that stood out to me is, instead of the work environment that I was actually working in, it was a call center environment. But it was like we came from the other environment to help out, right? And this particular person had to jump on the phone and help out. And we were all called from the other location. We were in one room at first, and then we went into another room. We were like, doing overtime, right? So we're working overtime, and this particular person was getting frustrated with a customer, and in turn asked me to help them with this customer. Um, and it's funny because it was kind of a simple fix where I was able to immediately, if I'm not mistaken, I used to work for the telephone company. I think it was a telephone related customer service. And I basically had to reassure him that everything was going to be fine. I mean, it was such an easy solution. But again, this person got frustrated and needed to ask me for help. And so a manager came out and said to this person, because obviously this person was monitoring this phone call, and said, oh, have you been doing your meditation? And I think the person might have been dishonest, or the person may have actually said yes or no. I don't remember that part. I wrote it down, but I'm not looking at it right now. And so when this person gave the answer, the manager just walked away because they knew either the person admitted that they hadn't been doing it, or they were dishonest and said they had been doing it. So either way, the managers just walked away, like, But for me, because yesterday I did a reading and it said your karmic debt has been satisfied. So for me, it's revealing that the truth is coming out about the slander, the gossip, the lies, the rumors, trying to make it out to be one way when it was really something else. And it was based on, this own person and their insecurities or fears or inadequacies or whatever that looks like. And not wanting to, I don't like to say better, but not even wanting to acknowledge that there's a different way, or somebody can come in and learn something really quickly and be good at it, and it's okay. um, you know if it took you months or years, or a year or a couple years to learn something, that's fine. If somebody else comes and they're able to learn it within maybe a couple weeks or a couple months, this is not supposed to be a comparison. And as a matter of fact, the person who maybe caught on quickly, maybe be able to help you, and not like you have to feel like less than, or like this person is better than you, because that's not what it's about. Like those things that people have a tendency to focus on, for me, they're not important at all. Like that's not the important part. We're here to help meet the needs of the business. And yes, our personal needs are important as well. But if your personal need is just based off your ego, how important is that really? To me, that's not important. And that's not to take away from anybody or how they feel. I'm not trying to say that. But I'm saying if it's just based on stroking your ego, oh, well, who does this person think that they are? Or they're not better than me, or they're not smarter than me. And that person may not be thinking that at all. They're just a fast learner. Or they're just good at what they do. Maybe they've done something similar, and so this was easier to catch on to. You never know what the situation is, because the focus is so being so jealous or envious that you're not even trying to find out who this person is, or where they came from, or what they've done prior to learning this new skill, or this new subject matter, whatever it is. And it's kind of sad, because it doesn't have to be that way. Especially not for nothing, because it's not about race. But at the same time, especially when it's another melanated person. Like, why do you want to kick somebody when they're down? Or why do you want to kick somebody down, or pull somebody down, or make them feel less than, belittle them, or make them feel like they're not doing a good job, or slander and sabotage them? And so even if this person tries to defend themselves, because of all the slander, lies, and the sabotage or dishonesty, I'm trying not to say the word lies, because of all the dishonesty that has already been said, when this person tries to defend themselves, they look like the dishonest person. Oh, that person is just saying it, when in fact, in this particular environment, and I know that it's like this in a lot of environments, and I know that there's favoritism, nepotism, and all those other things go on. But in this particular environment, if somebody has a certain leadership position, they're going to believe that person in that leadership position. So if you have a lower position, it's like they don't pay you any mind, because they feel as if this person in this higher position is telling them the truth, when a lot of times they're not. And that's not to take away from those people who are honest, but there are a great deal of people in leadership positions who are very dishonest. Not only do they say dishonest things about people, but they'll intentionally provoke people, or set them up so that they can be fired, or set them up feeling like, oh, this person is going to yell at me or hit me or try to do something, and they'll be out the door. Why would you want someone to lose their livelihood? I just don't even understand how that mentality works. Especially if this person has done nothing to you. And then, let's say you're the new person and you come in in a leadership position. The other leaders will say, oh yeah, that person is so and so and such and such. And without even getting to know that person, someone or you maybe just respond according to what that person said, not even knowing whether or not it's the truth, because you don't know what happened prior to you getting there. And so they just fall in line and they start doing the same thing that some of the other ones have been doing. I remember I had somebody say, something happened within my department, and one of the other leaders said, oh, what did Nickie do? Really? Wow. So it was like I was already labeled a troublemaker. when I in fact had not done anything wrong. One person said that I yelled at them when I had always spoken to them in the same tone, but because I wouldn't fall in line and do what they wanted me to do, which had nothing to do with the company or company policy, I'm going to say it like that. They started to sabotage and slander me because I didn't want to do what they wanted me to do. And lied and said that I yelled at this person when I spoke in the same volume that I always had. Now, I may talk loud, I may laugh loud, but he knows I wasn't yelling at him. But he went around, that's one of the things that was said. And there's a multitude of other things that were said. And then you had some people that said, that doesn't sound like her. I don't believe that. But when you have so many people that have clicked up together and gone along with, to get along, you don't know what to believe. This phone is getting hot. I don't understand. It's like I can't really do anything. Let me get my ice pack.